Now, back to WFO Radio, NHRA Nitro.
Welcome back to NHRA Nitro Podcast, WFORadio.com. I'm Joe Costello. We're going to delve into funny car winner from the AAA Texas Fall Nationals, Matt Hagan. Hagan is still in the points conversation. He's going to need a little bit of help, but we're going to dive in with Matt. Didn't catch up with Matt last week, but we did catch up with the winners. Billy Torrance was great. Everybody was great. We had a good time, and the archive is loaded. Since we have been separating the interviews from one another, I've gotten mixed feedback, honestly, mixed feedback. Some people are getting used to it. Other people, they liked it all better when it was one together, and I've had several people say that they prefer this, because they listen in the order that they want to who they want. If, for instance, there's somebody that they, can't stand, they don't listen to it, right? Which isn't negative, but whatever. We're doing what we think we will help the audience along the way. Certainly shorter files, if nothing else. And you're going to hear Matt Hagan seconds from now. But first, just a big thanks to the people who make it all possible, our great sponsors. And everybody's got them in the world of motorsports, like Frank Hawley's Drag Racing School. The Dragster Adventure, you get 3 runs down the track, a half track, 2 full track passes, and you're going 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, 130 in the quarter mile, like a low 10-second ET. Awesome stuff. Check out frankhawley.com for more information. They go around the country. You don't have to go to Frank Hawley. They come to you, for the most part, the Dragster Adventure. Marvin Rodak, RodaksCoffeeandGrills.com. Coffee, hot sauce, spice rub, all that great stuff, roasted fresh per your order. The coffee, not the spice rub, but just so many great and amazing things at Rodaks Plus Grills. If you live in Texas and you're thinking about getting a grill, you could go to the big box store, or you could get something really nice from Marvin Rodak. And he doesn't have those, cheapy ones. He's got good stuff, just like everything he does. It's gourmet. Rodaks, coffeeandgrills.com, 817-924-6821. MagicDryUS.com, the official organic absorbent of the NHRA. It's lighter, it's better, it's made of coconut, it's organic, the official organic absorbent, and they sponsor drag racing. What more could you possibly ask for? Period. MagicDryUS.com. Total Seal Piston Rings, the leader in ring seal technology. Matt Hartford, second place in Pro Stock points, but it's not about that. It's about whatever the engine you're building. The piston rings are a vital component. If you do not have the best rings, you will not get the most out of all the other parts that you bought. Heads, camshaft, everything else comes down to ring seal. And so you might as well go with the leader in ring seal technology, talking about Total Seal. And samtech.edu, the School of Automotive Machinists and Technology. Start your education at full speed. Blockhead, CNC programs, motorsport, EFI tuning. They've got it all at Samtech. And most importantly, they can get you placed with someone who is looking for an accredited person to start their journey in the biz. They've got connections at Boeing. They've got connections at Greg Stanfield. They've got connections throughout motorsports. And there are Samtech grads everywhere. Samtech.edu. Drag Racing Edge and EV3 Drag Racing helping us out as well. If you like magazines, which I do, I just got my brand new Drag Racing Edge, and I'm pretty stoked whenever they show up in the mail. And EV3 Drag Racing for your mobile device. It's a video game that you play, and it is drag racing and it is fun. They help us cross-promote WFO Radio Podcast, and we're always looking for new listeners. We're always looking for race winners. Joining us now, he was the funny car winner out there at the Texas Motorplex. 2 races remaining, and he is still in the fight. Matt Hagan joins us now. Matt, welcome back. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, Joe, for having me on the show, brother.
You earned your way on. With a big win, you earned your way on. And I'm looking at the points, 112 out, sitting fourth, probably need some help, but that big win in Texas, where you seem to run very well, I know Dickie Venables has got that place locked down, certainly a help to your chances.
Yeah, obviously anything's possible. We definitely, are hopefully optimistic that we have a real shot at this thing, but all that matters is that we go out here and focus on these next 2 races and win them. I mean, if we win the next 2 races, we got a real shot at it. But it's just pacing people and making sure that you're doing what you can. But at the end of the day, you can't really worry about too much about the numbers and the points. You just go out there and do the best job you can. And I try to drive my ass off, and these boys put a good car under me. And that's what it is. I mean, you can get caught up in it and worried about it, but really, I don't think that anybody is going to do more of a job or less of a job. They just got to do our jobs and make sure that we're doing what we need to turn win lights on Sundays.
The entertainment value of it all, I'm up close. I hope the fans agree. Boy, this is great stuff, right? Like round one, you got to go up against Blake, and you get by Blake 390, which was a great run and one of the quickest of the round, to set up a matchup against you or JR. You and JR, and whoever loses is pretty much done for the championship. I mean, with all, you're still in it, you're still gaining points, but the chance of becoming number one, for the most part, goes away for the loser. That is entertainment.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I didn't really think about it like that. I mean, that was, I guess, my worst light of the weekend against JR. And, it's one of those things where I seem to have been getting long lights here lately. I mean, even, Tasca red lit against me, or no, it was somebody, Robert red lit against me or somebody like that. Yeah, just having long trees and stuff. So it's kind of like you're ready to go, and then you're trying to go, and then you pull your foot back, and then you go again. And, it just, it's kind of, it keeps you on your toes, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, just having the discipline to wait and different things like that. But yeah, JR had a pretty good light against me, and we just happened to outrun him and ran really well. And so it was really good. I come back and patted my crew chief on the back. I was like, that one was on you, boy. So it was good.
I had a great conversation with Dickie in the winner's circle in that, there's been a couple times that you've won this race. You get the cowboy hat a few times. And it's funny because he is so, while the race is going on, he always gives an interview afterwards, and in an insightful interview. Also, he gives information, not just like, yeah, that was great, or, it didn't do what he'll go in depth, which I really appreciate. But after the race, joyful, happy about it. His dad is there, relief, of course, excitement. Yeah. It was really cool to see that. And to be able to go back and give him that pat on the back like that one was on you, that's got to be a great feeling.
No, that was good, and then we had some more rounds to go. And like I said, with Robert and stuff, the next round there, and he red lit. And, I know he's kicking himself over that, but I went over there and shook his hand. I was like, man, that's a long light. I went twice and he just happened to go, but everybody's pushing and digging. And then, kind of coming through that next round in there with, I guess Tasca, right?
Yes.
To go to the finals and stuff. And, we, last and poor Tasca, he's a great driver and a good guy, but I've kind of drilled him on the tree the last two times we raced each other. And so I know he wasn't a happy camper when he got out of the car at the end of the day, but you know what I mean? That's how these cars are. So, running so close together that a lot of it does come down to the tree, a lot of it does come down to reaction times and being able to run good, and these crew chiefs have just got them dialed in. So, that human error, that's kind of where it's coming down to,
To me, that's what makes it exciting. Let's go back to the Robert run and the data point that is the randomizer on the tree. It is my understanding, and it was Robert who actually told me that you guys get that data, right? Like how long before the the tree was activated from the final stage on one of the data sheets you get, and you can study that and how long it is. That's got to be the most challenging thing, to be on the starting line, like amped up. You're going up against Robert Hight. I know you said that you don't or didn't think about it in these terms, maybe the way I do, but let me put it in these terms again. If Robert Hight beats you, a whole bunch of people are eliminated from winning the championship, right? Like if he goes on to win the race or something, all of a sudden this thing is a lot less interesting for a lot of people. So you're in that situation, and he goes, and then you went on him, though. That shows you the intensity of the moment when Robert Hight breaks.
Right. Yeah, no, it's, it's very intense. I think he was up there pushing and adrenaline's going, and, I can't speak for him, but I just know how I felt, and my adrenaline was going and breathing heavy, and, you're ready to get it done, and I think I had a 0-1 reaction time, but it's because I left off his sound, and I think he was like 200 red or something like that. But just all these guys that we drove against this weekend they're all great drivers, man, and they're all good leavers, and it's, I think everybody prides himself in that, so we're all going up there pushing against everybody we run,
Well, exactly. And then the final round against Tasca, you and Tasca have, what would I call it? I would call it like a history in terms of championships.
Yeah.
But is that,
Yeah,
you said you liked to beat him, though, kind of implying to me that if nothing else, like, of course, that's all over and squashed and ancient history and all, but it's still out there.
Yeah, no, I mean, me and Tasca get along, but, last 2 times I raced him, he's really kind of taking his time coming in and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if he's just slow or if he's just trying to play games or whatever, but it's almost identical lights. The last 2 times I've had 60 lights and he's had 90s, and it's kind of made the difference on the races, but but I love Tasca, man. He's a good dude, and he's going to be good for the sport, and he's bringing sponsorship in, and it's good for NHRA, but it's good to have little rivalries like that. We're dodging each Ford, and it's all, anytime we can load a Ford up, it's always good.
That's great. And that's a great attitude. And I think that we need more of that, right? Respect for the guy coming out there and battling. And you guys are 4th and 5th in points. You're 112 out. He's 122 out. So that was a huge round for him and his championship hopes. Robert leads. Beckman 2nd, 70 out. Force 3rd, 74 out, then you. And so 2 races to go. Now we're headed to Vegas, which is a race that has so much fun associated with the added intensity, right? Like there's Halloween and there's SEMA is coming up and everybody goes, and it's a fun race, but it might be the most pivotal of all the countdown races.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge pivotal point for winning or losing or making or breaking or keeping your hopes alive. And then, you have Pomona that's 1.5 points, so, to be 100 points back with, I don't know, 250 points on the table or something like that. That's everything's still very, very doable. So you go into Vegas going like, wow, this is a huge race, and every point matters in qualifying. Every point matters on the racetrack, and but you still race your race car, man. Like there's nobody going to do more of a job than we've been doing. We're all doing the best job we can. So to go out there and try to make something happen, that's what I've seen in the last. I've been with Schumacher Racing for 10 years, and this will be my 11th year coming up. And, it's just one of those things where you go, like you see people push it away from themselves because they want it so bad. So they go up there trying too hard and make mistakes instead of just doing what you know how to do and what got you to that point in place and to start with, So, but, that's different. People handle pressure different ways. And that's why not everybody's a champion,
Yes, and we're seeing it. I don't know if you're following the World Series, right? The Astros down 0-2, coming storming back, now up 3-2, and probably going to close it out. When you get out of your game and press harder in the moment, you usually mess up.
Don't do well. Yeah,
right.
Stay in your lane, man. Do what you know how to do,
But you've won 2 championships. That's another element to this, is that you've been here twice before,
well,
and you've been
lost
close.
2 of them too.
Right. You learned from those. What'd you learn more from, the winning or the losing?
The losing's for sure.
Wow. And that's then those things carry with you. So 2 to go. Made the big change early in the year to go from the 5-disc to the 6-disc. Do you feel like the cooler weather plays into your tune-up?
Shoot, I don't know, brother. I tell you, I think, every time I say something, it's not what it is, so I just kind of learn to keep my mouth shut and stand on the pedal when the light falls, so it's kind of, it's not in my wheelhouse or in my realm. Like I was telling you earlier, I stay in my lane, and my lane is to drive the wheels off of this thing. So, I'm going to do my part, and I know our guys are going to work hard and do their part. And at the end of the day, that's all you can really ask for, man. Cards fall where they fall, and you gotta put your mouthpiece in and go into battle and make sure that you give your team all that you can give, and you're not leaving anything on the table. And if you do that and you walk away at the end of the day and go to sleep at night, then that's all really what it comes down to for me.
Now, you got out of the car in a very cool way. Like you're still rolling. You're like walking down the hood. Like this gladiator, right? The car comes to a stop, victorious. It was a very, interesting look. Is that something you had practiced?
Well, no, man. It's just be in the moment, brother. Be in the moment. You know what I mean? Let we don't get to win very often. Like I tell everybody, you have 24 races, and you're lucky if you win 3 or 4 a year. You know what I mean? And there's a lot less moments of victory and conquering the moment than there are of there's a lot more sad times than good. So just allow myself to be in the moment and enjoy it and take it in and know that it's hard to turn 4 win lights on Sunday. It's extremely hard to win a championship, So, I think that sometimes that we get caught up in, this and that and TV and sponsors and everything else. But, that time when you get out of the car and you got your guys there and everybody's celebrating and you get to, just take it in. That's your moment, man. That's the moment you created that you'll never forget for the rest of your life, And so that's, to put everything else aside and just relish in it,
It was great. It was fun to watch. And then we did our drive back on NHRA.tv. New segment, right, for the people on NHRA.tv. So we don't just pull the plug out on them, like it's over, get out of here. They have like a warm down, like a wind down. What did you think of that? I think it was kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool, man. It's all good. Anything that we're doing to grow the sport and just anything added extra. We're in an entertainment business and keep these guys entertained and it's anything new is always good.
Excellent. Well, Matt, good luck this weekend in Vegas. A lot of distractions, Halloween, fun, Vegas in general. A lot of great places to eat, though. And, do you get into Vegas or do you stay away? Because there's a lot of people that kind of stay out by the track, and then there's a lot of people that stay in the city because they want, they're okay with the distraction. Which type of person are you?
Yeah, I try to just do, wherever the team's at, we're at, that kind of thing. So, just kind of hang out, do our thing, and just be a responsible adult, man. Yeah, absolutely, Vegas is party and this and that, but, at the end of the day, I'm not there to do that. I'm there to do my job and be fresh and on time and we can celebrate after the win. And you got to be focused and just, like I said, just be a damn adult, you know what I mean? So, unfortunately, that's not always the funnest thing and funnest decisions to do when you're in that kind of town and environment. But you gotta, you're only in control of yourself. You know what I mean? So that's just the way I look at things.
Love the attitude. Here's something crazy I'm going to say. It sounds like over your 10 years at Don Schumacher Racing, and it just makes sense. But you have really, got a lot of wisdom about life, competition, all of these things. Some might say matured. I'm not saying you were immature, but you certainly are growing from the wisdom you've accomplished.
Well, we've had a lot of mistakes to learn from. So, if you're not learning from those, then you're never growing, brother. So we're just going to keep our head down and keep digging and just hope for the best. And just want to say thanks to all of our fans and all the folks that support you and what you're doing and buy the products like Pennzoil and Mopar. And we've got this new program called CAP out there, and Western Tech was able to, basically take this CAP program, and they have students and stuff, and they have a car relationship where they were buying some cars from different places, and Mopar said, hey, let's hook you up with cars. You sponsor the race car. You got students and kids and stuff that's working on the car. So it was just a great relationship all the way around. So it allowed us to be there in Dallas, and it was cool. So hopefully we can continue that relationship in the future. But just say thanks to all the folks that support the sponsors that have the products that keep us out here in business, man.
Excellent. Matt, congratulations on the win. You're going to need a couple of good efforts these next 2 races to give yourself a shot. But right now, top 5 in points. Good season, and there's a lot more out there. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Matt Hagan with us here on WFO Radio Podcast. Hagan, I love his attitude. His attitude has changed. I said it at the end, Matt, you've matured, right? And who the heck am I to say that to anybody? But I guess I'm getting to the point where I can start saying that. If you listen to this show, we've been going for 10 years. My broadcast career goes back to 1996, 1999. I've been doing this a long time. And so the aging thing, it's inevitable. And so I want to hand out some advice or make observations at very least. And Matt, when he came in, he was a young guy, hard charger, good guy, good person. But now, total no BS, Matt Hagan. He enjoys the highs and has a good time, but, like he says, you got to be an adult. And where did that come from? It came from time, and he said flat out, I made some mistakes. I love that. I love learning from other people's mistakes. And yeah, I know about being an adult. It's a bummer. But whatever. It's not that bad. You do your thing. You show up to work. You stay a little longer. You make it happen. And it doesn't, when you do something you love, or for people you love, it's not work in the end. Thanks to Matt for coming on the show. Good luck. Got one of the greatest compliments ever in the winner's circle. First of all, I had a very nice and meaningful brief conversation with Dickie Venables. But that didn't even matter to me. Sorry, Dickie. I mean, it was great, but not as cool as your dad and his friend coming up to me and saying that when I yell fire and the jet cars happen, that they love it. And they went into this whole episode about it. And it was stunning. I was taken aback that it was just, Mr. Venables likes something I'm doing. Amazing. Great stuff. I had a good time. And I did not ask, or I didn't get too into it with Matt with the big, the African Watusi. But that was a big part of the Winter Circle celebrations. And Matt, he's a cow guy, so he feels like he knows what to do. All right, we got more to come. Brittany Force is going to be up next in the WFO Radio archive. And you can listen in whatever order you want. People are like, 1 of 1, 2 of 2, that kind of deal. We're not doing that. We're actually working on the way we roll them out has been a bit of a challenge. We just batch load them. We put them up there. We run them. We run a batch. And we put them in the archive. Simple as that. All right, everybody. WFO.
WFO! The views and opinions of the hosts, guests, or callers do not necessarily reflect that of the station ownership, advertisers, or agencies.
I love WFO Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Your education. What are you going to do with your life? That is what it's all about. And samtech.edu can help you figure it all out. The School of Automotive Machinists and Technology always says start your education at full speed because they will get you in, get you started, get you learning rapidly. The school is located in the Houston, Texas area. They've got a great campus. They're always expanding. But most importantly, their relationships within the performance industry is what sets them apart. We're talking about block programs, head programs, CNC programs, motorsport EFI tuning, all part of Samtech. They can even help persons that are eligible under the GI Bill. Go to the website, samtech.edu, or call 713-683-3817. Would you rather do something you love as your job? I know I would. samtech.edu. We're talking gourmet coffee. We're talking hot sauces. We're talking spice rubs. We're talking everything good at RodakCoffeeandGrills.com. Marvin Rodak, been doing it since the 70s. Figured out that life is better with great coffee. And oh, he's so right. 817-924-6821. Call Marvin. He'll roast up some coffee fresh for you. Throw in some hot sauce, some spice rub, and you will be loving it. Hit him up, RodakCoffeeandGrills.com.
WFO Radio is brought to you in part by Extreme Velocity 3 Drag Racing. Download for your mobile device. Win your way on the show. WFO.
This is WFO Radio.